Have you ever paused for a moment, looked at your life, and wondered, why this life? Why these parents, this country, this body, these joys and these sorrows? Have you ever felt that deep inner pull, that subtle whisper within your heart, asking, why am I here? This is not just a random question. It is the soul calling out for truth. Behind every experience you are going through, whether it's love or loss, success or failure, pain or peace, there lies a divine plan, hidden just beneath the surface. This plan is not made by the mind, but by something much greater, your soul. Long before you were born, long before you took your first breath, your soul, as a spark of the infinite, chose this life for a very sacred reason. Not as a punishment, and not by accident, but as a path, a journey, a classroom through which you would grow, evolve, and ultimately remember who you truly are. Your soul chose this life so that it may heal old wounds, fulfill forgotten promises, learn new lessons, and awaken to its own divinity. In today's video, inspired by the timeless wisdom of Paramhansa Yogananda, we will go deep into this sacred question, why did your soul choose this life? We'll explore the eternal nature of your soul, the law of karma, the divine blueprint of your destiny, and how even your greatest challenges were chosen to awaken you. This is not just a discussion, it is a spiritual remembrance. So take a deep breath, sit back, and listen closely. The answers your heart has been seeking are waiting in the silence between these words. Before we can understand why your soul chose this life, we must first remember what the soul truly is. You are not just a body made of flesh and bones. You are not just a name, a personality, or a bundle of memories. Beneath all of that, beneath every role you've played in this lifetime, there is something far more real, far more eternal. You are the soul. Pure. Timeless. Unchanging. In the words of Paramhansa Yogananda, you are the immortal soul, ever free, ever joyful, ever one with God. The soul is not born, and it never dies. It exists beyond time and space. It does not age with the body or fade with the mind. It is a spark of the divine, a reflection of infinite consciousness. The soul carries within it all the wisdom of lifetimes, the longing to return to its source, and the knowing that life is more than what it seems. And so, when we ask, why did I take this birth? We must ask it not as a body, not as an identity, but as the soul. Because the soul's journey is not just about this one life, it is an ongoing journey of awakening. This life is simply one scene in the great movie of your spiritual evolution. The soul keeps moving through lifetimes, not to suffer, but to remember its true nature, and to dissolve the illusion of separation. You, dear one, are not lost. You are not broken. You are a soul on a sacred path, walking back home to your true self, to the infinite light from which you came. And this life? It is an essential step on that radiant journey. To understand why your soul chose this life, we must gently look into the sacred law that shapes all our experiences, the law of karma. Karma is often misunderstood. Some think it is punishment, others see it as fate. But Paramhansa Yogananda explained it more clearly. Karma is simply the law of cause and effect. It is the divine mechanism through which the soul learns. Every action, every thought, every intention you have ever had creates a subtle energy, and that energy must return to you, not to punish, but to teach. Karma is your soul's teacher, precise, patient, and always fair. Each life you live is deeply connected to the lives you've lived before. The joys you now receive are the echoes of past kindness. The challenges you face are not curses, but carefully chosen opportunities for growth. Before birth, your soul, with full awareness, chose to work through certain karmic lessons in this life. That's why you were born into a specific family, a certain environment, with particular strengths and weaknesses. Nothing is random. Every detail serves your soul's unfolding. Yogananda said, karma governs the universe with perfect justice. If something painful has happened in your life, It is not because you are unlucky or unloved. It is because your soul is ready to rise higher. The people who challenge you, the struggles that break you open, all are karmic mirrors, showing you where healing is needed and where love must flow. So instead of asking, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Karma is not your enemy. It is your guide. And through its lessons, you grow in wisdom, in strength, and most importantly, in compassion for yourself and for all living beings. Now that we understand the soul and the law of karma, let us go deeper into how your current life was designed, not by chance, but by choice. According to Paramhansa Yogananda, before taking birth, the soul, in deep communion with divine intelligence, selects the exact conditions it needs to grow. Just as an architect draws a blueprint before building a house, your soul creates a detailed blueprint of your life. This includes your body, your family, your location, your talents, your struggles, even the timing of certain events. None of these things are accidental. They were selected with great care and spiritual wisdom. You may wonder, why would my soul choose difficulty or pain? But from the soul's perspective, pain is not a punishment, it is a tool for awakening. If a particular relationship or situation causes you deep transformation, then the soul sees it as worthwhile, even if the mind resists it. The soul values growth far more than comfort. And so, the blueprint is never drawn for convenience, it is designed for evolution. Yogananda often said that the soul chooses its life like a sculptor chooses stone. It sees potential where others see obstacles. It sees an opportunity to chip away at ego, fear, and attachment, and to reveal the divine form within. That's why you were placed in this life, with these exact people, in this exact time, on this exact earth. Your soul knew that through this journey, it could move one step closer to God. So instead of questioning your path, begin to honor it. Everything in your life, even the parts you don't understand yet, is part of a sacred plan drawn by your soul for your highest good. At this point, a beautiful and important question arises: if my soul chose this life, do I still have free will? If everything is planned, then what power do I have to change anything? Paramhansa Yogananda gave a comforting and empowering answer. Yes, your soul may have chosen the starting point, your body, your parents, the broad lessons, but how you move through this life is still up to you. Life is not a rigid script, it is more like a stage set for a divine play. The soul sets the scene, but you are the actor, and your choices shape the story. Karma may create certain circumstances, but your free will decides how you respond. Two people can face the same difficulty, one may grow bitter, while the other awakens. That difference is the power of conscious choice. Yogananda often said, you have the power to change your destiny by changing your consciousness. This means that no matter what the soul has chosen, the direction of your life can still be transformed through awareness, love, and spiritual effort. So if you've made mistakes, do not worry. If you feel stuck, don't lose hope. Every moment is a chance to realign with your higher self. With each conscious decision, to forgive, to meditate, to serve, to love, you step more fully into your soul's purpose. Your life is like a river. Karma may decide its path through the mountains, but your will can decide whether it flows smoothly or crashes against the rocks. You are not a victim of fate. You are a co-creator with the divine. The soul chose the frame, but you are painting the masterpiece, stroke by stroke, thought by thought, breath by breath. Now that we understand karma, the soul's blueprint, and the role of free will, we arrive at the deepest and most sacred question of all: why? What is the ultimate purpose behind the soul choosing to come into this world, again and again? Why go through the cycles of birth and death, pleasure and pain? Paramhansa Yogananda answered this clearly: the purpose of life is not material success, not comfort, not even happiness, it is self-realization. Your soul chose this life to remember its true nature, to awaken from the dream of separation and realize that it has never been anything but divine. You see, the soul is like a drop of the infinite ocean. In entering the human body, it temporarily forgets its vastness. It becomes caught in the illusion of the ego, thinking, I am this body, I am this name, I am this story. But deep within, the soul is always longing to return home, back to the infinite spirit, back to peace, back to truth. That's why no outer success ever fully satisfies. Because the soul is not seeking the world, it is seeking God. Yogananda often said, the soul's only true purpose is to find joy in God. And so, your soul chose this life because it offers the exact set of experiences, relationships, and spiritual opportunities needed to awaken you. Even suffering, when viewed rightly, becomes a doorway, shaking you from your slumber and drawing your attention inward. So don't be discouraged by hardships. They are not meaningless. They are sacred tools that nudge you toward your true self. Every step you take in awareness, every prayer, every act of kindness, every moment of silence, brings you closer to that ultimate goal, awakening to the divine within. As we come to the final part of this journey, let us return to a place of deep trust. Because even with all this understanding about the soul, karma, destiny, and awakening, there will still be moments when life feels confusing, painful, or unfair. There will be times when you ask, why is this happening to me? Or, what did I do to deserve this? And in those moments, the most powerful thing you can do is to trust. Trust that your soul knew what it was doing. Trust that there is a deeper intelligence guiding everything, even what feels like chaos. Paramhansa Yogananda taught that the soul never makes a mistake. He said, you are exactly where you are meant to be, to learn what you need to learn, in order to become the person you are meant to be. Nothing in your life is wasted. Not a single tear, not a single joy, not a single challenge. All of it is part of a divine design, woven with great love by the hands of your higher self. So instead of resisting your path, begin to embrace it. Even if you don't understand every part of it right now, know that your soul sees the full picture, far beyond what the mind can grasp. Every experience is helping you awaken, purify, and return to your original light. And when things get hard, remember to turn inward. Be still. Meditate. Pray. The voice of the soul is always there, calm, quiet, full of wisdom. It will guide you home. So walk forward, dear one, not in fear, but in trust. Your soul did not come here to suffer. It came here to remember. And in time, all things will unfold exactly as they should. So now, dear soul, as we come to the close of this sacred reflection, take a deep breath and gently return to your heart. You are not just a person living through random events, you are a radiant soul on a journey designed with divine love. Your soul chose this life with great care, not to punish you, but to awaken you. Every challenge you faced, every joy you've experienced, and every person who has crossed your path has served a purpose in your soul's evolution. You are not alone. You have never been alone. The Infinite watches over you, silently guiding, patiently waiting for you to remember. If anything you heard in this video touched your heart or helped you see your life from a higher perspective, I invite you to pause and reflect, not just with your mind, but with your soul. What part of your life now feels clearer? What karmic pattern are you ready to heal? What lesson are you beginning to accept with more grace? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I would truly love to read what stood out for you, what you are going through, and what part of the message brought light into your journey. Also, I would be honored to know, what topic would you like to hear next? Would you like to explore how to recognize your soul's calling, or how to break free from karmic cycles, or perhaps go deeper into the life and teachings of Paramhansa Yogananda and the Himalayan masters? Write your suggestions in the comments, and I lovingly create the next video with that in mind, as a gift for your spiritual journey. If you found value in this message, please support this channel by liking this video, subscribing if you haven't already, and sharing it with someone who may be going through a difficult time or quietly searching for meaning. Your soul is on a sacred path, never forget that. Keep meditating. Keep walking with love and awareness. The light within you is eternal. Thank you for being here, dear soul. Until next time, walk gently, live deeply, and always listen to the quiet voice within. Jai Guru Dev.